transition. Welcome back to Pixels for People. We're raising money for Child's Play. So glad you could join all of us here. We're just about ready for our next run here. We have Owlboy, brought to us by Troy of Athens. I see that we've gotten some donations. If I could squeeze in a couple of donations really fast before we start, is that okay?
Yeah, I guess. Go for it.
All right. We have $15 from Queen Anthai, who has no comment, but thank you so much for your donation. We have $5 from Carter Freak. I think I know this guy. Carter Freak says, oh boy, donating to hear more of Super Jamoose's amazing radio voice.
Cool.
Smiley face. Well, thank you so much. And $5 coming in from, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this correctly. Let me try that again. Silwarium? $5 that says $5 train hype. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like that idea. I like $5 trains. I like that. We can get that going.
Yeah.
So Troy, you got this game here for us. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. So this is Owlboy. I'm starting in the game right now because not many people are familiar with this game. So it's good to go over the movement. I can fly. I'm an owl. So yeah, the fastest way in each direction is actually strangely enough, it's to go in straight lines. You can go diagonally, but it's slower than going straight line in it. So that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of the time. And also there's going to be something called up cancels, which if you see I'm doing a right click as in rhythm with these rolls that I'm doing. And then for down, it's just straight dropping. So I'm going to be trying to do that a lot of the time. There's also a down cancel, if I can get it right, where you see I went right into the top falling speed instead of scaling up to it. And that was same idea as the up cancels, but only once. So that I try to land that. That one's a bit harder to do because it's, I only have one shot at it, but it's nice. And then there'll be a bunch of tricks going right into it, so honestly, I'm just gonna be, talking like crazy as soon as we start, so that's why I kind of felt like doing that. So, that should be good, and now I'll get into the run. Time will start as soon as I press this button here. So, yeah, I'm running in Simplified Chinese, which is really easy to get to, actually. I'll just show that right here. This is English. You just go 3 to the left, and you're in Simplified Chinese. So...
Troy, sorry to interrupt you. Before we get started here, I just want to let you know that we also have the donation incentives that have been going on in the background. We actually had 2 incentives for Owlboy, and in fact, we got both of them. We got both of them before we started up here. So, the glitched cutscene, I believe that's during the burning ship escape, is that right?
Yeah, that will be about half an hour in.
Very cool. And oh yeah, the moonwalk. The moonwalk incentive.
Moonwalk,
so
that's in the first 10 minutes. So
awesome.
We'll see that right away.
You'll get to show us your moves, Troy.
Yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. So I'll be clicking this button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So right away, I skip a cutscene right there. That's the prologue. And now we've got myself being woken up from the bed. You see that bookshelf to the bottom left of me? If I run into that, it actually will start another cutscene, so I have to avoid that bookshelf. And I didn't avoid it. that was my fault of warming up. Okay, so getting out here. And so we're gonna be going up to Osseo, that is the teacher that was yelling at us before, to get up from bed. And we're just gonna go up to him, and I was spamming right click. As you can see, I actually had the input display, and I was spamming right click because there is a way to be moving during that cutscene, but I missed it, unfortunately. But now we're just gonna go over to say hi to our friend Getty. He's going to be our first partner of this game. We have 3 partners that we're going to be getting throughout the game. This is the first one. And so, yeah, we just had this cutscene. Oh, and actually, I completely forgot to do moonwalking, so let me do that real quick. We're just gonna go right back into it. Yeah. So it's that cutscene where I'll be doing a moonwalk, so I'm just gonna go right back into it and trigger it correctly. So this is a glitch that I found, like, honestly, like a week ago. A week or two ago, so I'm really glad that I am able to do this. Okay, there we go. So you see it's actually behaving a bit differently. I'm flying away from where I was. So, yeah, when I land, I'm still holding left for some reason in the game. So there I am moonwalking.
Fantastic. Just give the people what they want.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, there he goes.
Okay, and I was also trying to skip that flippy cutscene, but it's a bit harder to do timing-wise because my cutscene's so weird. And then here we're gonna be triggering this guy to have a text box. That was not a text box, he's drinking. He does that sometimes. I just have to land again to switch his thing. And so there's supposed to be a cutscene that triggers there, but because we had a text box on screen, it doesn't trigger it. So that's very useful. I'm gonna be abusing Getty a lot, because I don't need him a lot of the time, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're just gonna enter the first dungeon here. This is the tutorial dungeon. And so we've had this guy, we were told to watch our main town, and we found someone who stole some things, so we're trying to go to him and get the things back. We're gonna be very fast here. Those are Goths, and you're gonna have to try to avoid him, damn, while simultaneously destroying walls with these rocks. That really is the only Goth that gets in the way. And then we go here, and we were supposed to have Getty this whole time, but I didn't need him at the start. So he's just gonna meet up with us, and now we can't use him at all. This little spot, and this is just for some more movement tutorials. So I have a spin move. He used to stun, but I'm not going to use it too much, honestly. I am going to use it on buttons. Gun straight down, and a little puzzle here, see if you can solve it. Just gotta line up the symbols. And now you get to team back up with Getty. So now we're going to be doing right here. This is a weight sensitive button, but if I trigger it during the cutscene here that shows that it opens, it stays open instead of closing back up. So that's very useful. You can come back in here now. I actually have to do that again because I got damaged. I didn't go over that, so yeah. If I'm not at full health, I'm slower. So I gotta, yeah, make sure to do that while not getting damaged. I could kill those guys, but that's slow, so I don't. Now I'm gonna take this bell, which was actually supposed to be used to hold the button down. But we can, because we got here without needing to hold the button down, we can just bring it into a boss fight. And it's actually been programmed by the devs to be basically a one-hit KO on this boss. So I can just do that, and he's already on his second phase. And then grab it again, and now he's on, and now he's dead. Thanks. Thanks, devs. And now we're gonna bring this over here. Destroy that. I could have also used the shield that he had, that's what you're supposed to use story-wise, but either works. And notice I'm always going to be holding F here, and then it's just because that is the input to constantly be skipping dialogue, so quickest way to do that. And here we got captured by the villain here, by the burglar, and so we're just gonna escape from the webs, and now we're gonna be discovering this relic, and this is gonna be another cutscene that I will be skipping here, or attempting to skip. Hopefully I can actually skip this one. And it's gonna be... I've got like a 3-frame window to hit escape, and it's basically I'm opening the menu when it's trying to open the menu itself, so it instead closes the menu. And yeah, I'm really out of it this morning. My mistake. All good. It's just a small, like, 5-second loss. And now I'm just spamming R here to just show the teleport ability that I now got from this. And I could just throw Otis away and then Getty away and get him back. And yeah, we'll be using that a bunch of times. So escape, and gonna be leaving here the way we came in. And now we're gonna show the pirates invading. So yeah, during this you can talk. Any donations?
Certainly. Actually, I do have a donation here. $20 coming in from Mittens. Says, hey, Pixels for Peeps. Just grabbing some tickets here for a $5 train. Thank you for making this event happen. Thank you so very, very much. And don't forget, she has put them towards... put them towards the incentive for Astalon, to getting the bonus ending. Don't forget, we've got those incentives going on all marathon long. We've got the incentives, we have Bid Wars. Check them out when you do your donation. Make sure those dollars count. All for Child's Play.
Alright. And so yeah, I'm outrunning these pirates. It's supposed to be a stealth section, but honestly, if you're fast enough, they just don't hit you at all. So I don't even have to worry about getting hit. And then we're just gonna go into the lab for just to stay safe from those pirates and see where they are. So yeah. Could do another couple donations. We got about a minute here. Another cutscene.
Okay. We don't have any more new donations at the moment, but remember that this is, as I mentioned, it's all for the kids. We're supporting Child's Play this weekend. It allows us to help improve the lives of children who are in hospitals and care facilities around the world. We're just trying to help kids, well, just be kids. It's a worthy and an excellent cause. And if you want to know where you can donate, you can do it in 2 ways. You can type in !D in the Twitch chat, or you can scroll down a little further on Carter's main page here. There's a big old donation button. You can't miss it. Either way, you'll get the direct link to our donation page where you can all contribute to the cause. And thank you all so much.
Good timing. Yeah, so honestly, this game becomes a lot of... It's got a nice little loop here in some ways of navigate to the next dungeon, go into the dungeon, beat the boss, and then cutscenes. So we're currently in the cutscenes part, and this is the last one, and it's really quick. So, oh, actually no, it's not gonna the last one. I always forget the other one because it's so small. These are both very tiny, so not even really too much. So now we're in the navigation. But there's little ones. So this is the kind of the main hub. This is Tropos. It's very clever naming. All the stuff's named after like the different layers of atmosphere. And that was that little cutscene, and now we're traveling. Okay. And so oh, I didn't even mention I'm rolling this whole time. That's a Bogwin right there. He's supposed to teach us how to roll, and I've been doing this whole time. I have rebounded to shift, which allows me to hold the button instead of having to press it rhythmically. And because of that, I can I can just hold it and it will queue them up as soon as the next one's available to do, because there is, like, of course, a little cooldown between rolls, but if I just hold it, I can just, it'll perfectly do them for me. Okay, triggered a button, a little bomb, and now we got these clouds, this cloud here that is a new mechanic in this dungeon, and instead of actually squeezing it, I'm just gonna place Getty on it to do it for me. And so that door will open remotely while I'm right in front of it. Okay. Now just a bit more navigation through the dungeon. Not going to trigger that boss. It's an optional boss fight. And now we're actually going to see Otis use a cloud. Here, and then we're gonna be into a bit of button mashing that you're gonna hear. Not quite button mashing, it's more of a rhythmic mashing, and you'll hear that as well. So this is waterfall skip. This waterfall is supposed to prevent me from flying, but if I rhythmically mash here, I ignore that. And so yes, that was a specific rhythm that I've just kind of muscle memoried myself to do. And then we're gonna keep this cloud instead of throwing it away so that we don't have to destroy the wall over there to get the next cloud. Kind of a little five-head move there of... Yeah, instead of having to... Yeah, instead of having to go navigate back for the cloud, you can just keep a cloud the whole time. And then we're supposed to water a plant, but those rocks are actually grabbable, so we can skip that puzzle. And now we're in another stealth section. There's a few of these, and so now we're going to be avoiding these gnomes, which is very important. We don't want to get caught by these gnomes, because they will eat us. Yes, they eat us. I'm not going to trigger that cutscene. It's horrifying. You can find that death scene in your own time. Okay. Now we're out of that stealth area. And then another waterfall skip. And then, yeah, we're into the next boss fight here. So we're going to try to not miss a single shot, because that will prevent them from this pirate, which is Alphonse, from firing. So if I don't miss, he will actually, you know, of course, land faster and go into that second spot. Hopefully I can do it. I missed one. I missed a couple. So yeah, there he goes firing. And there's a little safe spot there. Damn, I missed another shot there. Okay. So yeah, there's a little safe spot here if you just hug the rock, so you don't even have to worry about anything. And yeah, now we're gonna be just into this little post-cut scene from it. And navigating out of the dungeon. It's really that fun. Really. I love the music in this game. It's fantastic. In case people don't know, this game was only made by like 5 people, so really a labor of love. Okay. So Alphonse is actually going to be our next partner, so they're demonstrating a little bit of what he can do. He's very heavy, so you can trigger these heavy buttons. And we're going to throw Getty onto a light button, like that. And so I don't even have to be over there. Now we're partnering up with him. Tried to skip that cutscene as well. I am not skipping a single one of these today. I got one more opportunity, but that's not for like another 50 minutes, so hopefully I'll be able to get that last one. Waterfall skip a couple more times here, and then there we go. We're out of the dungeon. So yeah, this is what I really like about this category, actually, is each dungeon, we kind of end up skipping about 50% of each dungeon because of little trick of a different glitch, and the glitch is unique to each dungeon. Like, I am not going to be using the same trick to skip every dungeon. I'm literally just its own trick. So it's really nice like that. So now navigating to the next series of cutscenes, which I just entered. So yep, there we go. Any more donations you may have? We've got about like 2 minutes.
I do not have any donations at the moment, but when you do donate, while I have you here, while I have the mic for the moment, did I mention that we have prizes? Did I mention that yet?
I don't think you have.
I haven't? Well, I'm going to have to say it now then. We have prizes. We have prizes available. So when you donate, when you're donating a very generous amount here, for just $10 in total donations throughout the entire marathon, so that's both Saturday and Sunday, cumulative, you're entered to win this. Honestly, I'm quite jealous that I can't get this because I'm a host. It's a Super Mario Kart hanging wall portrait. It's sort of a variation on the original box art. It's sweet. I love the colors. It looked great anywhere, any room, any office, anything you got. Or alternatively, if you donate up to $15 throughout the marathon, you're entered to win a Nintendo Switch game prize pack. That's a bundle of 4 Switch games, just potentially yours for $15. And for those that make 25 in total donations, we have 2 prize packs. There are 2 separate bundles of 8 mystery Steam games for your gaming enjoyment. And I'm told it's a value of about $175 US for just a fraction of the price. I mean, I'm not good at math this early in the morning, but that's a bargain. So make sure you get your donations in.
You're so perfect with that timing. Okay, so yeah, we're down those cutscenes, and now we're into the biggest stealth section in the game. This is essentially another dungeon, but it doesn't really introduce itself like one, and it's entirely stealth. Luckily, we have Owlboys now, which actually can be used to stun some of the pirates and prevent them from even catching us in the first place. And some of them have, like, really safe zones, and I messed that up entirely, but it's fine. I'll just reload. Okay, so now I gotta wait this out, because I missed the really convenient cycles that exist for these pirates. Okay, and yeah, so the whole plot here is actually we weren't supposed to be in this war zone, but we want to save, we want to help out, so we snuck in. And so here's some of the defenses of Advent, trying to stop them, and this guy doing a great job, scared immediately by any pirate that he sees. So yeah, we're gonna try to help him out. Convenient pirate cycle there by reloading, so he's immediately facing away and then facing back away. Gonna stun that one. And then got these bombs here, which also we have to stealth behind. So we're in behind these boxes. You can see we're differently colored, so you know that we're. And I accidentally triggered them. They actually have a very wide detecting radius, so now I gotta fight these guys. There we go. So also, if you notice, by the way, I'm like hitting numbers really quickly for the partners 1 and 2, and that's actually because I have them bound to buttons on my mouse, so they're thumb buttons. So If it... I swear there was a... Okay, we're gonna do that again, I guess. This is a really quick thing, and now you get to see me actually do this stealth section correctly, so it's fine. There we go. Okay. There you go. Oh, the saves after the cutscene. That's what it is. Okay. Yep, a few more stealth, and we're gonna be avoiding these bombs at the same time now. And we're gonna be navigating around to like find some of his lost that sergeant. Yeah, that's like a leader. That's a high-ranking member of the military here, and we're finding some. This one got captured, so we're gonna rescue them. And they're gonna become a temporary partner for us because, as you see, they have a broken leg currently, so we're gonna help them. We're gonna carry them. So, but they actually have a really nice kicking ability here, which allows them to kick any of these cannonballs and such away from us instead of hitting us. And so it's actually, she's actually a very good character. This is Anna. And yeah. Unfortunately, she's only a temporary partner. We do not get to keep her. She's just for this area. So we found... Forget this one. Mistake. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna reload cutscene to restore my health there. And then we're just gonna fly straight down. Usually that works out, but it didn't.
I gotta say, I love this character you found here. I remember watching the replays of this for the first time, and there's like a twinkle in his eye when you break the gate, and he's like, my time has come. He's just ready to go. He's ready to rock.
Yeah. He's great. He is... Yeah, we'll see that in a bit. So just fighting this little series of bombs here. I'm just throwing them away. Picking them with Anna. And so yes, we got a wall here. Hey dude, can you break that wall? We kind of need you to do that. And as you said, its time has come. Yeah. He's fine. So yeah, now that wall's down, we're gonna go into the another boss fight here, and we're just gonna be hitting these bombs pretty much as soon as they come out. That missed one. It's fine. This is actually really hard timing. There we go. Okay. And now we're gonna pass by the most incompetent pirate. He can't see us. I promise you. Purposely trigger this because it's just how it works out. This, for some reason, that's programmed to open even after you trigger them. And now I got this little navigation around cannonballs, but you can skip it a little bit. If I missed it, it's fine. Okay, so I'm getting back up here. Gonna be blocked off. Restoring my health, and then purposely trigger them so that I can use them to explode this wall, actually. But again. into the second helicopter fight. This one's a bit different from that first one. We're actually not going to use any partners at all, because it's heat-seeking missiles, so we can just kind of navigate them to the boss without needing a partner. Yeah, so much tech in this game. This game is full of tricks, yeah. Okay, and that boss is dead. I was spinning just as soon as the bomb was about to hit me so that I didn't get damaged by it. And then we're gonna reload cutscene, because this reload from last loading zone, because save point, because that skips that cutscene. Skipping that cutscene here, and now we're avoiding a series of missiles. That one was supposed to hit that rock. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna do this again, honestly, because the cycle is weird. So yeah, hit this correct this time. There we go. It's fine. Okay, cool. And now we're inside the main pirate ship. And so we're gonna try to prevent things from happening. You know, we're gonna try to be a little bit of a troublemaker here to prevent them from doing well. So here we are. We found the boiler room of the ship. Ships have boiler rooms? I don't know. And we're just gonna cover it entirely up. You know, that seems like a good idea, you know? Like, not allow it to release any heat. That seems like a good idea. Nothing bad. Oh. Never mind. So, yeah, that exploded. And all the people that aren't pirates went unconscious. So now it's Alphonse's job to save us. So this will be a little fun little cutscene that they gave us here. So yeah, it's kind of like an auto runner for a second here, but honestly, it doesn't save any time for me to avoid these flames, but it's fun to do. So yeah. Now he's gonna wake me up and try to get me to wake Otis up and get us to escape this place. So now I've been woken up and I can escape the ship that's on fire. So I'm gonna try to jump over this flame. Did not do it. And now we got the glitch cutscene. So if I just hold shift, I am now flying during this cutscene. I saw that Carter had a casual playthrough of this cutscene, so this should be different to some people who were here for that. So yeah, I'm flying. This cutscene actually works just fine, even though I'm in a different state. Yeah, I just like talking during this one because it's so interesting. Don't worry, we'll have more time for donations in a bit. This is, like I said, it's a bunch of cutscenes after every dungeon, so we got Maelstrom here. We're supposed to be frozen in fear right now from the big bad being introduced to us, but we're just flying, and then we're gonna run away. We're gonna leave Getty by himself here. That's fine. Yeah. And this guy is so powerful that he's gonna teleport us back to his fist. Like, that is just how powerful this guy is. So that was that glitch cutscene. Okay. Okay, and yeah, now I'm just gonna be skipping a bunch of cutscenes, so any donations you have, feel free to say them.
absolutely worth to see the glitched cutscene. I remember watching it for the first time. I was like, "Is that how it's supposed to work?" He just abandoned his friends, and oh, he's back. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I
it's yeah. Sorry, I'll chime in. Sorry, just say that. Yeah, it's great because of like I do it normally because it actually doesn't lose any time. So I do it in all of my PB attempts as well. So yeah, to people who watch the VODs, they think that's just the normal cutscene if they haven't played it themselves. Okay, sorry, go back.
That's okay. Let me check for donations. I don't think I have any new ones at the moment. Nope, nothing new just yet, but that's okay. While you're listening here, we're going to talk about our charity a little bit here. If you happen to be, and I know we have some friends here in the audience who might be, a game developer or say a technology specialist and you're listening in, something also fun to know is that Child's Play has 2 grant programs. And in the first quarter of the year, they award capacity building grants. Now, these grants are funding technical specialists who focus on bringing their developments in gaming to the hospitals or help create a hospital, create a new program that will utilize technology to improve the lives of the kids that they care for. And in quarter 2, Child's Play awards equipment grants. And these grants help hospitals update the games and the technology that they have. So their work is year-round. They are consistently upgrading and improving and just making things better for that network that they have. So if you haven't donated yet already, exclamation D in the chat or check on the main page. Get in there, donate, please. Every dollar counts.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll go into this now. This is kind of a sadder moment here. Yeah, so they've lost that war against the pirates. So there's now a graveyard in town, and Jetty is paying his respects, and we are also holding F to pay our respects, if you notice. Yeah, we hold F all the time in this game, so nice little joke collecting. It's kind of a sad part. They added this in actually as a thing. Because this game took so long, they actually have like an in memoriam of like family and friends in their credit scenes. So yeah, this graveyard actually has deeper meaning for the devs as well, and not just story wise. So I'm gonna reload so I can actually roll there, and we can go back into that. So yeah, you're pretty much programmed. You're forced to walk during that whole thing. You can't roll, but if you reload, you can roll instead. And now we're just gonna enter the house, and we've got another series of cutscenes. If we don't have any more donations, I can try to, because we won't have subtitles, I can try to explain the cutscene. But let me know. Do we have donations for you to read or what?
Not at the moment, but also another thing that's been brought to my attention here, to remind you, when you are donating, make sure you're putting your dollars, you're allocating those dollars towards the incentives. There's also the bid wars. There are 4 bid wars that are happening on right now. For example, we have Super Metroid Ascent. We have the eternal question, the famous question, which is kill or save the animals. And for this one, this is interesting. It is $75 save the animals. But there's also the Super Metroid run, which happens later, and that question has gone in a different direction. They've decided to kill the animals for $110. Now, you can help decide either of the fates in these cases, save or kill. I have to officially remain unbiased and neutral, being a host, kill the animals. However, you can decide with your dollars when you donate.
So yeah, that was a cutscene just explaining what the pirates are doing. We learn here actually that the pirates aren't human and they're robots, which is why Alphonse didn't get knocked unconscious during that explosion earlier as well. So yeah, just explaining what Molstrom's objective here is of collecting these little keychains, relics, to become more powerful, because that's all he wants to do, is just become the most powerful being in the world. That's all he wants. Finishing this up, and then, yep, leave the house, and now here's our navigation portion of the loop. So, back out of town. I'm actually going to be avoiding another cutscene that could happen. So I'm flying around it. This is a bit of an unusual way to get to the top here, but it's just the way you gotta go. And so yeah, showing us that they now have the second relic out of 3. So now we're going to be trying to navigate to where the third one is and prevent them from getting that third relic. So back into our little hub area, Tropos. This area actually has like a little nice day-night cycle that it's going through whenever I enter it. So if it never enters night, it's a good thing. It's kind of in its twilight right now, as you notice. So I'm going to just be flying straight up here to get to... to get to Stratos. Yeah, Troposphere, Stratosphere. These are bees, we're gonna avoid the bees. I didn't avoid the bees, that was my fault. Okay, another cutscene with this weird mystic. And then we're gonna go into this dungeon here. And this is gonna be visually impressive, I'm assuming, here. Yeah, so I am gonna be navigating this completely in the dark, pretty much. This is supposed to be a section where you, like, light up different things, but that takes up too much time, so here I go. I am basically blind, other than that little small circle around me. I use this for... I'm gonna use this for some iframes that it gives me when I heal. I triggered that wrong. He's now in a weird damage state. Okay, cool, I got him out of it. Burning that. And then activates that button to open up something that you can't see, but you would be able to see because I was supposed to light up a torch. Okay. And then there we go. And we're out of that little dark section, just for a little bit though. So we can see now, but we won't be able to for after this. This is just the only light section, because lights are supposed to be on. So they put lights on for this cutscene, and then they're gonna be turned off when we go to the next screen. I'm gonna reload to restore our health, and there we go. Still on for a little bit here. And then as soon as we get through here, now they're off. And yes, there are spikes and everything that I'm avoiding. I didn't avoid him. I wasn't fast enough. And there we go. Out of that stealth section. Well, not stealth section. Out of that dark section, really. Burn this for a little shortcut. Grab this for a bit of light. And it's just... to have. And then we're into this gauntlet here. Dungeon, yeah, some more bees. These are a different type of bees, I guess. I call these bees, I don't know if they're technically bees. The things that I said before are bees. I don't know what these are. But they're in a hive, so they're bees. Maybe they're like hornets or something. Which is worse. So Alphonse's shot is really nice. I can hit a bunch of them at once like that, so... there you go. And now we're gonna get into that part of this dungeon where I skip half of the dungeon. So, instead of going through this giant dungeon here, actually, which has a lot of darkest areas and a good amount of puzzles as well, we're gonna reload the cutscene here, and then light this up to activate the bomb bird. And because we reloaded, this wall that was here is no longer there. And we're just gonna be able to go backwards. So we're gonna go back to the entrance of the dungeon, basically. Stay at full health, and we're gonna be, this bomb bird is important. It will follow us the whole way, even to other screens. As you can see, there it is. Good companion. Honestly, it's my favorite partner in the game. Yeah, we're bringing him all the way back to the entrance, back where we had that cutscene that they did. And we're gonna use him to destroy this ceiling here, which is actually the entrance to the next dungeon. So we're gonna destroy that, and now we're up here. And this is that final rock that destroys the floor. That allows us to enter the second dungeon. Yes, it's 2 dungeons in a row. So we're gonna fall with it. And then navigate into the loading zone. So now we're into the Molten Dungeon. That was the Jungle Dungeon, as we like to call it. And there's supposed to be a boss fight here, but if I frame perfectly skip that cutscene, that was with a cutscene storage, by the way. I didn't actually do a frame perfect input. Yeah, now we're outside of the arena. It allowed us to not walk into the arena, and instead we are outside of it. So if I just fly back out to the loading zone and then back in, that boss no longer is here. It's gone. So we can skip that boss, and that also skips an entire sequence which like teleports us back to the hub and explains that there's a teleporter there and everything. And yeah, we're done with that. That's like a whole like several minutes of cutscenes. So because it's, you know, it's supposed to be that cycle of you know, we finished a dungeon, here's a bunch of cutscenes. Now we're skipping those. And now we're just navigating again. This dungeon is... there's a lot of things that can hurt me, as you see there. I'm just gonna grab that health a lot quicker than actually having to reload. And now we're gonna be spinning on these screws to make them go down and trigger some more gates and things. And so the reason why this is probably one of the hardest dungeons of the game is because of monkeys that you're about to see on this second part of this dungeon. So, yeah.
Roy, while you're dealing with this monkey business, can I interject with a quick donation?
No. Honestly, no. I'm sorry. This is really... This is incredibly intensive, and I want to say these things. So I'm triggering these monkeys in a certain way there. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of opportunity later.
That's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we got this... So yeah, we trigger them in a specific way to spawn so they are out of our way. And then we're going to be continuing to navigate. And then, yep. Second screw. If it's quick, you can do it here.
I'll make it fast. Fire Waster sends in $20 that says, "Let's do as a mod said, and get $500 before this run ends." Thank you so much.
And yes, darn you monkeys, honestly, this is... They randomly spawn, pretty much. And they're very unpredictable. So, it's difficult to get around them. Thankfully, they behave before the boss, but then we're going to have an entire boss of just them as a gauntlet. So that's going to be fun. And we'll get into that after I get here. So we broke $500.
We are currently at 421 out of 500. We're almost there. We're almost there.
So here we got some ancient computer tech, and it's saying that we're in danger. That's not good. Getty's panicking. So now we're into this cutscene, into this boss fight. I'm gonna reload because I was not at full health. Trigger it again. And now I got the monkeys. So they can be hit in one hit by the Alphonse's shot, but that has a cooldown. So we're gonna try to navigate the monkeys to this lava pool here and just throw them right into it immediately. And that is basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna just try to hit them with Alphons when we can. And otherwise, we kind of have to panic. And yes, these are randomly spawning, so I'm just kind of hoping for where they spawn out the ceiling. Okay, that was a good pattern there. Okay. How that one worked out, I don't know. Okay.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah. And then the final phase here. So it adds a monkey each time. Okay, cool. I didn't get damaged. That is cool. So I don't have to reload the cutscene. I can actually just fly right out of here. That is probably one of the hardest bosses, and they only get they get really hard, honestly. And so now we just fly out. We're navigating out of the dungeon now. Gonna drop down here. And yes, the monkeys are dead regardless. There is no option to save them. But why would we want to save them? So yes, there's some rising lava. And yeah, they're gonna get killed by the rising lava here, probably. Hi, monkeys. Bye. Into another boss fight, by the way. So, this is another Guardian. I lovingly call this guy the Alaskan Bullworm. And he is just a bullet sponge. So we're just gonna be putting as many bullets into his face as we can in as short of amount of time. And yes, this is with me navigating the mouse to target him. There is an auto-targeting system if you use controller, but that's slow. So, it can be slow. It's roughly the same speed, actually, but I just prefer this. I learned this game with mouse and keyboard, so I use it, because they're about the same speed anyway. There you go. Bullet Sponge finishing off in 2 cycles there. Pretty much the fastest you can do that. And now this is a motion sickness warning. We're gonna have a lot of spinning going on here, so just keep that in mind if you're sensitive to a lot of moving parts in a game. Okay. And so yeah, this first half of it is random, so I just gotta avoid by going up and down. And navigate around these rocks. You'll have time right after this, pretty much. Okay, and the second half is actually scripted. So if I do 2 down right away, and then it narrows, and then 4 up, right there, and it narrows again. And now we do 2 more down, and we'll never get hit in the second half. So that's really nice here if you're having some trouble with that area. That's a good thing to know, that all you have to do is avoid dying in the first half, and the second half is completely scripted and same every time. So now we got cutscenes, so you can do any more donations that you may have.
I have to say, the animation in this game is so good.
And it's made by one person, by the way.
Yeah. I remember looking at this section, I thought it was a Metroidvania. Now we're riding this rockworm out of the tunnel. This is awesome.
Yes, this is hyperpixel style, as they like to call it, or uber pixel style. Kind of, this is like one of the first games that actually ended up doing this. This is made. This came out 6 years ago. It actually has its 6th-year anniversary in a month. So.
I do not have any other donations for the moment, but actually it does remind me, talking about the animation, talking about the style, that kind of thing, and you say it's been out for about not quite 6 years. Troy, you're the current world record holder for this game, aren't you?
Yep. For this category that I am running, yes. This is the any percent no out of bounds category. There is the any percent category, which finished this game in half an hour, so 20 minutes ago. But yeah, this is no out of bounds, which gets to see a little bit more, and it's a bit more technical, as you can tell as well. Like, I've been doing a lot more tricks. It's a lot more dense. I like running it because of that.
So if there's anyone out there that is running this game or ambitious to run this game, you want to beat the world record, this is the guy. You got to find this guy. You got to beat this guy.
I'm welcome to teach you as well. I love playing this game, so yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to make a tutorial for this category, so I can tell you and can help you. I am willing to teach you how to beat my record, which I'm trying to do as well because I'm really close to a minute barrier. Okay, so we just got Twig there. He's gonna split off to see his family for a little bit now. That was just like tutorial for Twig. So we don't have him anymore. So we're just gonna go back to slowly rolling. Twig is actually the fastest form of movement, so it's sad that we no longer have him for a little bit. Okay. So we're meeting up with his family, who are making deals with pirates. Twig is very confused about this. I'm gonna go talk to them. So we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna learn that Twig is actually got a family of stick bugs. So in a game that's full of animals, that's for furries, we got a furry that is a furry. He likes to pretend he's a spider. So yeah. Okay, and I missed that last cutscene. That's fine. So yeah. We didn't get to see any flippy skips this time around. They're little time saves, so. Now we have Twig. So yeah, he likes to pretend he's a spider, even though he's actually a stick bug. So he makes webs and everything. He's very dedicated to being a spider. And so, yeah, he's so fast because we can fire out these webs and navigate to the next spot. He pretty much teleported across the screen. Okay, now we're gonna talk to him and talk to his grandfather here. See that we're teaming up with a pirate. They were making deals with a pirate earlier to just, like, make it so they don't attack their house. Now we got a pirate in here, but we've been teamed up with it. It's a good pirate. Got a pirate to switch sides. And now we're gonna go to the next more navigation, so going over to the next. And yes, they got all 3 relics, unfortunately. I feel like one more donation here.
Just gonna have a quick look, refresh my Tiltify here. No donations yet, but don't forget that when you are donating, you can get entered in to win the prizes. I think I've mentioned this before. Make sure you get in for it. All you need to do is donate a cumulative amount of $10 or $15 or $25. In fact, donating $25 gets you in to win all of it. That's the Super Mario Kart hanging wall portrait. That's the Nintendo Switch game prize pack. That's 4 games. And there are 2 separate bundles of 8 mystery Steam games for your gaming enjoyment. Make sure you are getting your donations in. Let's see if we can hit $500.
So yeah, even getting damage is not too big of a deal because we're just, because of how fast he is, and we're not rolling much of the time, so it's fine. I'm still gonna reload cutscene because there's some enemies that were chasing us. Get those, prevent those from still chasing us. And we're gonna fall down here, use the waterfall. We don't care that it's making us, preventing us from flying, so no waterfall skip there. And now we're back to Tropos. So we had a little shortcut to get back here from Messos. As you can see, it's a little sunrise here now. And then, yep, back into Messos. And so, yeah, now we're getting a stealth introduction to how useful Twig is going to be in stealth sections. We can just kind of navigate around everything. And pick things up to use bombs. Grab that great wall in the cutscene so I don't have to grab it afterwards. And now we're into the mothership. Another dungeon. And so we're just gonna be navigating some of these vents to just do some little secret sabotage here. If I go into neutral while spitting there, they don't those bombs do not damage me, so it's very useful. I can pretty much just ignore all these bombs that are inside these vents. Gonna activate this poison gas that I have to that they trigger whenever they catch me. So that's showing you the whole thing. So this is another dungeon that is pretty much all stealth. And now we got an elevator. This one's long, so I'm gonna give you some music. Okay, we're good. And then, yeah, more stealth. This one's so... Don't worry, you'll have time in a minute. Stun that one with the chest, and then we're gonna be picking this up. If you just hold up, it will pull that thing, but if I'm smashing left and right as well, it actually pulls that thing up faster, so that's why I did that. And then we're gonna stun this one. Pull down this gate. now over here, I'm going to be using these bombs to destroy these walls. And if I miss, I actually have to start the entire area over again. So it's very important to not miss. And also not get caught. That counts, actually. Well, now I gotta start over. Cool. So I'm just gonna reload, actually. That'll bring us right to the start of it. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually slow down here for a second just to explain this. So I'm gonna be doing chest storage by webbing this and that at the same time. I actually did the grate storage instead, which is slightly later. Did it again. I'm trying to get the chest grabbed onto us. There it is. So now I have the chest in me, and I still have the same hitbox as Otis, despite having a chest on me, which would make my hitbox bigger. So I normally wouldn't be able to bring this chest with me, but I can. This is actually preventing me from spinning, though, at the same time. So instead of being able to kill these bombs, I kind of have to just navigate around them. And yes, flying is really hard as well. So I nearly fell into the bomb there. So this is another glitch that allows us to skip half the dungeon. We're gonna release that chest that we had stored on ourselves, because we no longer need to do that. Bring the elevator back up. And then grab this chain to unlock the next door. And then continue to bring this chest with us. So this chest, the reason why we've been carrying it this whole time is actually because for some reason these chests are also programmed to trigger heavy buttons, which only Alphonse can do. So we needed to get Alphonse. We needed to find Alphonse, who's been kind of behind the scenes helping us. We needed to find him and team back up, so we can team back up with him, so we could, you know, get to the next boss of this dungeon. But that's like another whole few minutes, so we're just gonna use this chest instead to activate the buttons that Alphonse would be used for. So this chest is Alphonse now. It's a good nickname for the chest. So there you go. See, it triggered the heavy button, and now we can go into this final boss of the dungeon, of the mothership. Go. You might be saying to me, Troy, we kind of need Alphonse for this boss. Well, conveniently, it's gonna give us him because it doesn't expect us to enter without Alphonse, so we have him now. I'll show that in a second when I need him. Yep, there he is. Okay, second phase, a bit harder. We got Dirk here, who's gonna be throwing out knives at us. Now he's throwing 3 at a time. Getting hit there. Oh, I'm like 1 hit away from death. This is actually pretty bad. So yeah, I didn't mean to get down to 1 health. This is actually convenient to show off. So there's actually a safe zone in this third phase, so I won't get hit at all. I'm just gonna stand here in the middle of the door. And now we're good. I can actually let go of the keyboard. I'm not pressing anything right now. So yeah, just trying. so the boss is now been finished off, and we're just gonna... get some cutscenes here, because this is like Alphonse's partner when he was on the pirate side. He feels kind of betrayed. But yeah, we finished him off. It's gone now? I don't know if he it's kind of unclear what happens to him there. We're just gonna go. If you haven't noticed, this game goes through a lot of emotions. It's a very good game, honestly, because of that. Makes you feel a lot of things, not just, this game isn't just for fun. There's a lot of different... But, I like a game that has a good story that actually makes you, reminds you that this is a piece of media that can actually make you feel things. Okay, we're gonna try to get these relics out of here. I am not just doing this to save for my own amusement. This is actually saving time. By trying to hit the relics here, I will trigger the next cutscene about 3 to 5 seconds earlier. If I just stand still there, it actually is slower. So you have to try to break the relics out, even though there's no way to do it. Now we're going to be navigating over to Molstrom, because we're like, well, there's no other way to break out the relics, so I guess we gotta confront Molstrom themselves for it. So we're gonna enter cutscene here. And now we got a bunch of cutscenes. It would look like they were gonna fight this boss. Actually, in the demo of this game, in early development, there was a boss fight here. You can kind of see it. The walls are kind of special and everything. You can find the boss fight online somewhere of them testing it. But I've never played it because it's no longer in the game. So because they thought plot-wise, it's kind of weird for you to be able to defeat the big bad. We still got another 30 minutes of gameplay, at least on our end. You could, we got another whole dungeon. This is the second to last dungeon. So it feels weird to be defeating him so early in the game. And also, he's supposed to be indestructible, all powerful. And so for Otis to be able to defeat him, kind of odd. So they just took it out entirely. So instead, you have a bunch of cutscenes instead of fighting him. So you can say any donations you may have during these cutscenes if you want.
I do have one here. I have $20 coming in from Mittens that reads with a comment. Oh boy, you're really gonna make me work for this one here. It says, Parker, go out and get me pictures of Spider-O! And I imagine he's probably slams the desk with his coffee mug. So thank you for your donation.
That's really nice. I like that one.
That one went towards Astalon, the bonus ending. Yes, we have a couple of incentives for Astalon. Not only the bonus ending, but one of the bid wars is in place for the display style, where you can choose either black and white, the defaults, or CRT, which is currently in the lead with $25. Thank you so much for your donations so far. We're closing in on $500. Keep the donations coming in.
We can just talk here. We got 3 more minutes of cutscenes, by the way.
I was like, well, let me take a look at my bid wars again here. There's more. There's more than just that. Of course, there is the ubiquitously favorite, which is kill or save the animals. Still looking at Super Metroid Ascent, which save is in the lead with $75, versus the big daddy, which is Super Metroid Save or Kill the Animals. Kill is in the lead with 110, but Save is starting to get some support, so there's going to be some back and forth, I'm sure. And also in terms of polls, there's also Cyber Shadow, where you can pick one of the ninja colors. You can pick from the entire Fruit Loops array here. We have orange, pink, red, green, or cyan. Currently, pink is in the lead with $25, but I'm seeing some support for red and cyan as well. So it's not a guaranteed thing for pink anymore. There's options, and you can vote with your dollars. You can do that by typing in !D in the Twitch chat, or there's the big old donation button down at the bottom. It takes you to the donation page. You can set it up, allocate what you like to what you like, and make it happen. Supporting Child's Play, folks. It's a worthy cause. Thank you so much for all that we've gotten so far, and we'll see some more soon.
Yeah. So I can just say what's going on here. Yeah, we saw that Solus fly really high up into the air, so we're trying to find a way to get up there right now. And so we've been talking to the scientists, and they think they have a way for us to get up there. We're just gonna go into this lighthouse here. Yeah, this is a lighthouse. Perfectly
Is it just a lighthouse, though?
It's just a lighthouse. Oh, maybe it's not.
Okay, you promised me it was just a lighthouse.
I thought it was a lighthouse, okay? I'm just going by what I've known. So yeah, we're going to space. And this rocket is very loud. And so it alerts everybody. So this is like a little flash of things of like, yep, we're gonna go up to space. Everyone sees the rocket. They're all like, oh look, there's Otis going to space. And so this is the final dungeon. And because it's in space, we'll actually see that in a moment. So actually, we get an explanation. But until then, I love the music. Composed by a single person, and I love the animations also made by a single person. Snake Pixel on Twitter, and then I believe for the music it's getting the name right here. Jonathan Gear. Wonderful composer. So yeah, here's this cutscene here explaining to us that we can't fly in space. The air's too thin. So, we can only... This is actually a platforming dungeon. We are now platforming. We do have a little bit of a gliding ability still instead, but we can't gain any height. We can only glide. So a little mysterious tower here. And so yeah, we're gonna be using that little bit of height that we can gain here before it prevents us from going any higher to navigate above. And for any sort of going up, we actually got these little screws here that we can use. They're pretty nice. So we're just trying to chase Solus down. Prevent him from doing whatever he's gonna do with these relics. See, I'm using gliding here to get across. Cutscene, and we're gonna be using some little navigation that I have here to actually skip a good portion of these chandeliers. do that. Now we're gonna be navigating up to the button to open the door. And there is a cutscene here that we're actually gonna fly over. We'll glide over, as I've been saying. And activating this button. And there's one more button that we're actually going to fall into this area to activate. And there is a hidden mechanic in this game. If I'm holding spacebar during the wind, actually, here, we will walk faster than if I wasn't holding spacebar. This is supposed to be in the game. They just forgot to mention it, honestly. So, if I'm holding spacebar, I actually navigate faster. And these rocks, they won't fire in the same level twice, so I can kind of use that as a way to predict where they're going to go, because, you know, they only have 2 spots left to go. If they've gone in the middle, it's either top or bottom, etc. So get out of there. And now into this final area. Normally you're supposed to jump onto the screw to let it fall, but we can just fall below it instead. Not use it at all. It's a little bit faster. And now the scariest part, this is actually, yeah, probably one of the scariest parts of this dungeon, is complete platforming. Luckily you lock to those rocks, so I can kind of just hold shift to roll on those, and it's fairly nice navigation. We're going to jump off of this really quick to allow that to rise, and then we got that. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Triggering this to break off but not lock us in is going to allow us to skip this auto scroller, which is 2.5 minutes. So it's a nice little skip here. Unfortunately that we're skipping it though, because it's probably one of the best songs in the game. Go play it yourself to hear that music. It's really good, but yeah, we're skipping it because it's an auto scroller. And now the final boss fight here. So we're gonna be fighting Solace. We wanted to stop him from doing whatever he's doing with these relics. So he's gonna use the power of the relics to try to, so that he has the time to actually do what he wants to do, and not have us trying to stall him. So this is a cool little mechanic here of you actually have to use every one of your partners to damage him. Blue can only be hit by Twig, green can be hit by Getty, red can be hit by Alphonse. So that's the first phase done. And this does have a little bit of RNG, so I am hoping for the right fighting patterns to be getting here, which is when he grabs that big clock. That actually is probably the best one, because he kind of just stands still for a bunch, allowing us to get a lot of hits in. There. Yeah, gonna use the Getty instead of Alphonse because I missed. But now we got the third phase. Going to Super Saiyan mode. This one takes a lot of time. I actually have no way of hitting him during this pattern. And here we go. There's the use of the big keychain. And then that's the final boss there, but that is not time yet because we do have a couple more things to work out. So as I said, this game, it goes from cutscene to navigation to dungeon to cutscene. Here's our cutscenes, and then we're gonna have navigation to the end. So I'm not done yet. I swear to you, there's a little bit of controls that I have to do after these cutscenes, so we actually have time in a few more minutes. So, yeah. If you have any more donations during this, you do have a few more minutes to do them. So, take it away.
I don't have any donations at the moment, but I know that we're just on the precipice. We're on the threshold of finishing the run. Do you have any plugs or any shout-outs we should mention while we're here?
Sure. I mean, shout-outs to the community that does exist within this game. It's a very small one. I believe we only have like 30 unique runners on the leaderboard, and I've never really ever seen more than 10 active at a time. So we're a very small community. Right now we only have one active, being me. So if you want to play this game, definitely check it out. It's a really fun one, as you can tell, very dense with a lot of mechanics going on. I've helped.
The animations and music are just gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful music and beautiful art as well. It actually really is helpful for me. It's a way to actually prevent me from tilting during runs. If ever I feel like I'm doing really badly, I can honestly just meditate and listen to the music, and that puts me right back into the zone. So it's really useful in that way. So yeah, we're on speedrun.com. We got a Discord. It's all official, and the devs do talk to us. So if you want to talk to the devs, you can navigate to the Discords and maybe say hi to them. They're very friendly, and they actually have helped out the speedrun a bit as well. So it's really nice of them. Mainly Adrian, who is the main level designer of the game. He's the one who talks to us the most. And sometimes they patch something out because they're like, they don't like that glitch, but then we were like, hey, wait, no, us speedrunners, we liked that glitch because that saved us time. So they actually they will put a glitch back into the game because we tell them to. So it's really nice like that. As long as the glitches can't be, usually found very easily, why take them out, But I do believe, actually, the current patch, they decided to take them all out just because of, just for prevent as many crashes on consoles where it's not as easy to deal with crashes. So yeah, the current patch actually does have them taken out, unfortunately. So we do down patch, so that's not too difficult to do on Steam. So yeah, it's pretty much GG. We do have like 2 more minutes. I swear we're almost done. I went a bit over time because of all the different mistakes I made there. My mistake.
I'm loving this final cutscene. Never mind. I'm liking this.
Yeah, we're not done yet. This is a really epic. This is a really epic cutscene here. So it's kind of unclear what happens to us here. We're now just in our mind. This is the epilogue. And during this, I actually am just flying. There's no way to roll, so the best way to do this is actually by flapping our wings every few seconds here. So that's why I'm not holding down a button. It's actually faster to flap the wings. And we're just navigating over to this area in our mind. And time is when I lose movement here at the gate, so time.
All right, there we go. GG, congrats.
Yeah. So yeah, that was about it. I do have the credits if you want to hear those, but other than that, I know we're running over time, so if we need to get going, I'm totally cool with that. Thank you for letting me run. It was a good time. Hope you had a good time. Stick around for the next run.
Absolutely, this was a treat. Folks, now that we've landed safely by the speedy wings of Troy of Athens, once again, you are listening to Pixels for People, which is raising money for Child's Play on this weekend marathon video game speedrunning. Coming up next, we're going to have a dip into the tropics with Maui Mallards run by SPD Wolf. So until then, stand up, take a stretch, and we'll be right back.